Welcome back to the TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from Dee Dee. Woman has a pretty decent sized channel, 100k subs, and talking about passport bros and why women hate passport bros. I wonder why myself sometimes. Please take a subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And let's get to that chow. It's chow time.
This is my problem with passport bros. Y'all go to these third world countries. Y'all get these women because, I can just get me a woman over here that she's going to sit down.
Remember, this was the one that was in Jamaica trying to get men to eat that poom poom.
She's going to shut up. She's going to do
And she's bad as well.
And she's going to be bad, right? But when a woman in America says the same thing, I want you to do this, 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 and that for me, I could be that stay-at-home wife.
You can't go to
There's a problem.
No, yeah, there is a problem because you don't match those criterias. Like, even if you asked us to be a stay-at-home wife, you don't meet the criterias that we want from a stay-at-home wife. So why would we want to date you when we can go get a real stay-at-home wife that will handle everything for us?
When we say it's a problem.
This is a
but passport
flawed argument.
What's-
Do you know why?
what?
Because of hypergamy. You can't go to a third world country, pick up a man that's going to be a millionaire, good looking, 6 foot, great D, and then come and be your perfect guy. That's highly unlikely. The likelihood is those type of guys are going to be in your country of origin because you come from a first world country.
Damn right.
It doesn't work the same. This is what men and women are different. Men don't mind dating down. Men don't mind marrying down. You can, as a man, I don't mind marrying a woman that works in McDonald's flipping burgers, bro. As long as she's bad and she's cooperative, it doesn't matter.
All right, what do you guys think about what he had to say and what she had to say? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You know, we've talked about this over and over. It's nothing new. The problem a lot of modern American Western women have with the passport bro.
That's a lot of titles. Modern American Western women.
movement is because men have come out and said, we're tired of this BS.
We're
tired of these independent, aggressive, modern women who don't need no man. Y'all ain't ish. And they're taking matters into their own hands. What you think about the passport bros? Whether you think they're going to be successful going out of the country, trying to look for other suitable candidates to marry or have a relationship with or whatever. The fact of the matter is these are grown men who are making a decision to look to some other type of woman or look somewhere else to find what it is they want. And there's no problem with that.
Right? Like, what's the problem, people? Like, people like Adam22 and Tasha K and all these people, like, I don't get why you guys want to trash people for doing something. I don't trash people for traveling. I don't trash people for wanting to shop all the time. I don't trash people for, being gluttons. Maybe a little bit of trashing on that. I'm not a big fan of overweight, obese people. So, but like how much flack we get for just our choices to travel abroad and look for a while, like, why does it irk and touch you guys in such a way that it's like you're being manhandled by somebody else or something? Like, I don't get this.
And I think her argument fell flat when she said, oh, it's a problem with women. Nobody has a problem with women doing what it is that they want to do. The problem is women always have an issue with black men doing something other than what they want them to do. See, a lot of black women are controlling. That's why they always talk about they don't want a controlling man, because they're controlling. They're too masculine and too bossy, too independent to really feel that they need a man. They want one though.
Whoa, ho, calm down, Dee Dee. Too much truth is going on right here. You're about to get assassinated here. Jesus.
So that mentality translates into the relationship. And so what happens is they become aggressive, whether they say it's from the job because they have, I don't care where it comes from. It's just the fact that they are that way, a lot of them. And so
it's just like men. If they're weak, feminine men, nobody gives a fuck where they got their feminineness from and why they're weak. They just care that they are weak. That's the case. Like why would we care if you're masculine? I don't care where you got or picked it up from. Like, it doesn't matter to me. I just need you feminine. So I need you to understand what's going on between our dynamic.
So when it comes to relationships, it's very difficult for any woman with that type of mentality to cooperate with the man because they don't think that they should or that they should or they have to.
That's
They're
right.
thinking, hey, if they're the breadwinner, if they make the money, then you're supposed to do what they say. And that's the problem really in a lot of the mentality of Western women. And the thing is, they want a man to submit to them. They don't really have a lot of respect for average men, hardworking men.
They don't.
And then they think that they want a man who makes substantially more money, but at the same time, they're not ready to cooperate and deal with that type of man. You hear
Nope.
women all the time who say, hey, yeah, I've dealt with a man who made millions. But that relationship didn't work because he was too entitled.
Yeah, this boss B, independent boss babe mentality and stuff actually might work really well with just simps. I think that dynamic and a simp dynamic works really well together in a sense because they're just kind of commingling. But they won't pick the simps. They're only going to pick that top tier man that has the same kind of criteria for their women as these women have for their men. Because they have the pick of the litter. The average men, the more simpy men, the more incel type men, those are the men that are going to do what you want and take care of those things. But you'll be it's just that, you're the head of the household.
He was too this. He was too controlling. He was too that. So you walked away from that. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. You make the money or you don't make the money that fits their requirements. You're still not going to be enough for them because a lot of these women, if they would be honest, they want a doormat. They want a man that they can control. They want to be able to tell you when to go, when to come, what to wear, what to do. They want to have full
I come when I want.
control over a man. And a man, any man with some self-dignity and respect is not going to allow any woman to control their movement or their life. And so
This
a
is
lot
true.
of women believe and feel that because they have an education or they have a degree or if they make a little bit of money,
And they're decent looking.
that they have some input and some say on what men should be doing and how they should run their lives, how they should run their businesses, how they should do everything. And I think that's where women need to fall back. That's not your place. And they don't like that because it makes them feel inferior to a man. And a lot of the feminist movement and feminists out here have made these women believe and feel that they're equal to a man and they don't need to feel inferior or they shouldn't be inferior to a man because they're just as equal. So they move and act in that very manner.
Funny story. I was dating a girl and she gave me suggestions for my YouTube. She was like, "Oh, you should have make videos of an Asian guy eating Mexican candy and stuff like that." And I was just like, "That's not gonna work on my channel." And they're like, "Well, you never know." And I'm just like, "You know nothing about YouTube." That's what I straight up told her. You know nothing about YouTube. And she was just like, "Well, I'm just trying to help." You're a nurse, right? I'm not going to go into your profession to tell you to do something in your nursing career that I have no clue about that it would work or not. I wouldn't suggest stupid shit like that to you. Why would you suggest stupid shit to me in my business and my career when I've been doing it for such a decent amount of time and I'm doing okay in it? Like your suggestions, thank you for your suggestions, but shit don't fucking matter. That's not how YouTube works. I can't just make whatever videos I want and be successful.
And that is really the disconnect or the divide in relationships because you have women acting like men and they want to compete with you. They don't want to work with you and cooperate. They want to compete. So you have two people trying to compete in a relationship. That's why there's a disconnect, and that's why a lot of the women tend to leave because they can't even deal with that. Mm-hmm. It is different for men and women. There are a lot of women who think that they can go overseas and be the passport sisters or whatever, and it's not working out for them.
No,
because even those men over there are not taking them serious.
Why
it's
would
just not
they?
the same. A lot of these women just don't want to conform. They
like women complain about like the patriarchy, like toxic masculinity and like the whole machismo type stuff. Outside of the US, that shit is way worse. Most other countries is very patriarchy like, and men do have a lot more say and are a lot more controlling in a sense than men in the US, men in the West. So you actually have the pick of the litter of the most liberal, the most like caring, the most like understanding men on the planet. And then you want to get out of this to go to more stringent men that are very traditional, very, like controlling mindsets that are like not the same as the West.
They don't want to cooperate. They don't want to do anything because they don't think that they have to. They don't think that they should. They want the man to do all the conforming, all the adjusting, doing everything that they want, meeting all their requirements, but they don't want to meet any of his requirements because they don't think that they have to. Most men are simple. They're asking for cooperation, baby. They're asking for somebody to work with them, which is really what a relationship.
And that's what submissive is. We always say submissive. We say it all the time, and it triggers women. All it is just cooperativeness. You are willing to give us the reins to take care of the majority of the major decisions, the major, focal points of our family and our relationship. We're not trying to fucking slave drive you to, be our slaves or something. Like, this is so stupid.
Relationship is all about. It's not about one person getting everything they want and the other one gets nothing. Nothing. It's about you working together. But they don't want to do that. They want to be these fake boss chicks, fake independent women, getting out here, fake getting to the bag, but you got to make $1 million to be with them. And then they overweight, they're aggressive, they're independent, they're selfish, nasty, rude, disrespectful, all of that. And don't even know how to cooperate, how to communicate, don't have communication skills, don't know what a relationship looks like, a healthy one. Never seen one in their life. All you've seen was toxic behavior, and you're exuding that very toxicity. But you want a man to have all of this? And then he's supposed to deal with you? He got to be able to handle you?
Right, I was going to say that. Like, we have to handle these women now.
Come on. Where does that make sense? That just does not make any type of sense.
No,
a lot
it
of these women
doesn't.
need to go back to drawing board. Women need to be able to understand men, and men need to be able to understand women. That's
That
how
we
it
do.
works. If you don't understand each other, then that's going to be a problem. And those problems usually lead to a relationship ending or a divorce. So if you really want something that's
Or baby mamas and baby daddies.
going to work, you have to understand what both parties are looking for and be able to work together in order to accomplish something together. And so this idea that you want a ready-made man with all this money, well, then you're going to have to be what he wants. That's bottom line.
Exactly.
And see, that's why there's a big disconnect and these women aren't getting it. Either you're going to be somebody's screw doll, where that's all they're looking for you is to screw you and that's it, and move on, or you're going to be somebody's wife. In order to have that, you have to bring more to the table than just your coochie, because that's never going to be enough. There's more to life than just coochie and penis, and there's more to life than just how much money you make. Because even when the money is there, that's when you realize all of the other things that matter.
100%. Shout outs to Dee Dee. She's right. When the money is there, what else matters? What else matters? Family, connection, your partner, your kids. That's what really matters when you think about it.
Because once you get in a relationship with a man who has all the money you think, you feel, you want, need, deserve, then baby, what besides the money, what else do you have? If you don't really have genuine love for that person, and they don't have genuine love for you, y'all don't know how to communicate, y'all don't have anything in common, you don't really like each other, then that's gonna be a problem. That's where you're gonna have arguments and all these difficult conversations and issues going on, because there's no other connection besides the sex and the money. Now, if you just want that and y'all have an agreement where that's what it is, that's what you want, that's what, okay, well, roll with that. But if that's not what it is, then that's why those relationships don't work. So there has to be more of a connection than just the sexual aspect in order for a relationship to actually make it.
I don't even think the sexual aspect is that big of a deal. I think women nowadays make it such a big deal, but it really isn't. The sex is just an act. It's everything else that encompasses in a relationship. the taking care of each other, to doing the small things for each other, making sure, both are good, things like that, making sure the kids are well. Those are way more like the things that should be important.
You see what I'm saying? And I think a lot of these women see the passport bros and they're mad at them because these men are just taking opportunities to try to find something different.
Yep.
What's wrong with that?
What's
and
wrong?
These women always talk about, bashing, don't tell us. Well, women are very vocal in telling men in the whole world what it is that they want. If you ain't got it, you ain't ish. So why can't they speak on what they're doing? When women speak on what they're doing all the time and tell men how dusty they are if they don't have the requirements that they're looking for, this shit goes both ways. You can't do the very thing that you're telling them not to do.
Yeah, shout outs again to DD, fucking calling out these women. Like, I actually just came across her channel more recently, and I like the way she talks.
You doing the same thing that they doing. It's not as effective for a lot of the women who are going overseas looking for men. It's not effective. They're not coming home with husbands. These men aren't taking them seriously. In fact, a lot of these men recognize that these women are very aggressive and very selfish and very
That's exactly what we say.
Very materialistic. These men see that. And they don't want no parts of it. They'll knock you down so the wheels fall off and then send you back to America. They don't want you either. So this notion, once again, in my opinion, that all this money is important and it matters is bullshit, because it doesn't. You
really
want a
doesn't.
man to go broke on you and constantly maintain that lifestyle for you while he's in debt and you sitting up here don't even really give a damn about him. You just look good at his expense. Make that make sense. And you don't even want to be a traditional woman.
Nope.
You don't want to have a nice meal for the man when he come home from work, working hard to pay all these bills and provide his lifestyle. You don't even want to do any of that. You don't want to be a traditional woman or a housewife or nothing. You want to run the streets, be a boss chick, look lavish, look like you have a lavish lifestyle so you can show off to your friends and say, oh, my husband, and just say you have a husband. Some of these women just want to get married just to say the word husband.
They want to get married for the wedding.
Because anytime you hear a woman who say my husband, they got married for the most part because they wanted to be able to say husband. Even if it only lasted for, 16 weeks. You got to say husband for 16 weeks and you feel like, oh, my husband. So a lot of this stuff is just for show. It's just to look a certain way, but it's not nothing substantial behind it. So, I never have had a problem with the passport bros. I'm like, anybody, if you want to be a passport sis and you think you can go out there and get you a man who's going to be able to work with you, go try it. Go do it too. See, the thing is, they're only mad because it's not working for them. So I'm going to leave it here, you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new videos. And I will catch you guys in the next one.
Dude, that was some awesome chow. Shout outs to DD. Really tore into women, modern women. And she's right. A lot of what she was saying, I didn't have anything that I disagreed with her at all. It is funny when their options are leaving and it's dwindling and these women are just so upset. Why are they upset? Because they're losing. They can't do what men do. They can't do a lot of things that passport bros do, so they complain. And that's the only thing they can do. Complain away. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that, and I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.